Great day, beautiful people. Welcome on into the room. Welcome back, everybody. We are now on day 12. Yes, day 12 of our 30-day identity shift challenge. I'm super excited that you all are here. Let's go ahead and champion the room by bringing in about 10 of your peers, your friends, your besties. Hi, for those who are coming in, you're probably wondering who I am. I am Ruth McCracken, the founder of Promote Yourself. I help inspired professionals and entrepreneurs and executives to basically attract six figures by including even seven figures by including what? Godly principles. But now we're here. We have arrived. Let's go ahead and aggravate the algorithm. Listen, I believe that the Father aggravates the algorithm. He will show up for you when you show up with him. So let's go ahead and reflect that we are here and we're celebrating. If you are just probably coming in and wondering, what is this 30-day identity shift? Well, I'm glad you asked. If you find yourself somewhere in the fork of the road where you simply knew that there's more for you, there's more for you in your career, there's more for you in your business, there is absolutely more for you when it comes to having a long-term relationship, a partner that sees your heartbeat, that knows and relates and connects with you. But for whatever reason, you find yourself out of alignment. You find yourself somehow not producing the results that you know that you were uh, inheritance to have. It was inherited for you to have, or maybe not. Maybe you came from a bloodline that it was just repeated, that one person after the next did not complete their assignments, did not succeed the way they anticipated to succeed. You're in the right room. Let's come in. Let's go ahead and draw everyone in. Draw your friends, draw your peers, because it's going to be really good. If you missed the first 11 days, do not fear or think that you are far behind. You're not. The link is in the bio. Go ahead and catch up, catch the replay, get on where you can, because it's going to be it's going to blow your mind. It has been blowing a lot of people's mind, and you have now come in a good time. We're in week 2. We are just simply in week 2. Come on into the room. Welcome, beautiful people. Hey, Kenneth. It is our 30-day identity shift challenge, and we're now on day 12. Let's go ahead and grab our pen and notepads, because I'm going to tell you, day 12 is going to unpack you today. Good morning, great day. For those who are calling in from different parts of the world or chiming in from different parts of the world, you are coming in our day 12. Yes, day 12 has arrived. Can you believe that? So welcome back to day 12 of the 30-day identity shift challenge. I'm here to go ahead and before we begin, Queen City, I want to ask you something. And I want you to go ahead and pay close attention. This is going to be an open heart surgery. We're going to connect with each other. We're going to reveal each other what areas in our lives has been holding us back to getting us to the next level in our career, to the next pivoting into our relationship and also our business. I want to ask you something. Don't just think about it. I want you to answer it in the chat. Put your comments in the chat because I want to hear from you. Okay? Is that fair? So answer this in the comments. How many of you have ever walked away from a conversation thinking, I wish I had then said all that. I wish I didn't say all that. Be honest and type me. Type me in the comments. How many of you have walked away from a conversation thinking, I wish I hadn't said all that? What made me say that? Then you're calling your friends up, you're calling your manager, you're calling your team members, you're calling your maybe your partner, because your mouth decided to say certain things that you now wish you can take back. Is that you this morning? Say me in the comments. Let me know. We're here in the room. If we don't recognize where we fall out, what makes us think that we're going to be able to know how to pick ourselves back up? Are you with me? I want to ask you another question. How many of you have ever continued talking, right? Trying to convince someone, trying to explain yourself, trying to prove your value, right? Only, watch this, to leave the conversation feeling emotionally exhausted. Is that you? Type that's me in the comments. Say that's me, Ruth. That's me. Come on in. Let's go ahead, Jasmine, and invite about about 7 of our closest friends, 7 of our followers. Come on into the room. Come on, Hugh. Type that's me in the comment, because sometimes your greatest strength isn't what you say, friend. It's what you don't say. Welcome back, everybody. This is day 12 of our 30-day identity shift challenge. We are in the midst of helping you remove the veil. I'm here to help you remove the veil. I'm here to identify what areas of your life have you not been able to speak to. You're going to open up your mouth, and you're going to open up your mouth wide open, Chrissy, because Jess, here's the truth. If you don't identify what's not working in your life, how else are you going to get the solution? What ways can you definitely understand how to fill your cup if your cup is constantly half empty, but you don't even recognize that? You're in the right room. Identity shift is going to help you pivot and recognize, when have I been walking? Why have I not been aware that my cup is half empty opposed to being half full? Better yet, an overflow. We're going to remove ourselves from the bus, and we're going to prepare our bag, because we're no longer going to carry those luggages. You can leave those luggages behind. We're going to be carrying a lightweight weekender. Why? Because it's a lightweight season for you, guy. It's a lightweight season. We're going to get on this jet plane because we're going from one altitude to the next. However, in order to get to that next altitude, you have to be able to know what to think, because leaders don't feel every silence. So the topic for today, for those who are coming in, identity disruption is week 2. Silence is a power move. We're going to break it. I'm going to break it down for you. Silence is a power move. Indeed it is. Indeed it is. So let's come on in, grab your pen and notepad. Let me know you're ready. Put I'm ready in the comments. Come, Bobby. Let's know that you have now addressed certain things, but now you're needing to get pushed over. You need to get pushed. Say, I need a push this season. So let's think about this. Who talks more? Let me know in the comments who talks more. Who's someone who's confident, right? Or someone who's trying to convince? Which one? The one who's confident, or someone who's trying to convince, who's trying to persuade you? Who talks the most? Type your answer. A confidence person or someone who's trying to convince? Put that in the comments, because this is going to address certain things that you and I need to identify and address. It's interesting, isn't it? Isn't it interesting? Many people believe confidence sounds loud. That's right. Many people believe that your confidence needs to have a room. It needs to be louder. It needs to have an echo in whatever room that you're in. Right? But I'm here to tell you, real confidence is often quiet. I bet you didn't know that. This is going to be good. Please write this down, because I know many of you all, I even thought that, well, I thought maybe if you have a big confidence, if you have a big voice, if you have a big voice, that means you have a big confidence. No, boo-boo. That's not the case at all. That's not the case. Real confidence is simply a quiet silence. The most influential leaders I've worked with didn't rush to respond. They have a cadence of how they respond. They're not reactive. They didn't rush to give me an answer. They listen, Steph. They pause. They thought. Then they spoke. Are you with me? Let me know your heart is eradicating. Let's go ahead and let me know your heart. You're pumping the blood. Say, let's go ahead and catch fire in this live right now, because I'm here to address certain things that why people may think that having a voice is pure with confidence versus maybe someone who maybe wants to persuade or convince. Why? Because I'm going to tell you why. Why confidence is often quiet, because silence gives wisdom room to enter. Joey, your voice don't necessarily have to be loud like an echo or like a trumpet in order for it to be heard. Are you with me? Let me know you're with me by tapping up the screen so I can know that you're here. Say, I'm with you, Ruth. Let's go ahead and revive this place because we're in a mini revival this morning, this afternoon, or this evening. Here, walk with me to Proverbs 17:27. Let me go ahead and align this with you with the word. It's going to wake many of you all today because some of you all maybe still need to get your hot beverages or something, because I want you to eradicate your cage, because this is the season that you're going to continue to recognize, who am I? Who am I needing to address? Who am I needing to become? Why? What would life look like if I decided to become the version of that supervisor or that senior executive leader in this season? Let's go. Let's talk about it, because your confidence does not have to have a loud voice. Confidence does not radiate someone that echoes around the hallway. No, it doesn't. So let's talk about it. Proverbs 17. Is this good? Are you catching what I'm putting out there? Let's go ahead and let the screen show me some love. Let's exchange the love. As a matter of fact, I hear God saying in the next 48 hours, once you identify who you are, who do you need to become? What would life look like if I have that promotion? Am I already addressing myself as that promotion? Am I grooming myself, right? Am I keeping myself polished, right? Am I keeping myself? You have to understand, how am I showing up? Even if your career now doesn't require you to have a certain attire, dress apart. Your identity should be a part. It should not be part of the population. Are you with me? So Proverbs 17 is going to address this. Let's talk about it. Proverbs 17. Let's talk about it. This is good, good. Put this is good, good in the comments. Oh, this is good, good, Ruth. Proverbs 17, verse 27. I'm going to be reading out of the KJV version. And pay close attention, because this is going to help you remove the veil and recognize what areas is keeping you bottleneck and not receiving your abundance, not receiving your manifestation of wealth. It says, he that hath knowledge spareth his words, and a man of understanding is of an excellent spirit. Let's hold that thought real quick. He that had knowledge spareth his words. Notice right there. Notice wisdom is measured by how much we say. Are you catching this? Are you catching this? It's often revealed by what we choose not to say. Oh, this is so good. Let me know by firing up the room, Lord. Let me know that you're here. Let me know I am not in here by myself. Come on, somebody. I want you to do this. I wish I had a whiteboard. I wish I had a whiteboard. I'm going to do that next time. Let me know if you're a whiteboard or a blackboard type of girl. Are you a whiteboard or blackboard? I'm going to go ahead and grab my notepad. Bear with me just one moment. Blackboard. I'm going to go ahead and grab my notepad. Bear with me just one moment. Bear with me just one moment. All right, I'm going to do a column because I know many of you all are visual people. And I'm just going to write it down. Reaction. Okay. And all right. Let me know if you all can see this. I know my all right, let me show you what I have here. So in here, let me know if you can see this. The first column on the left is going to reveal, it's going to say reaction. And on the right, it says response. So I want to ask you this question. When someone criticizes you, which side are you operating from? Let me know. Which side are you operating from? And put that in the comments. Are you more of a reaction or response? Let me know, TT, because this is very viable and it's critical that I know where you position yourself, where you see yourself as. Do you react or do you respond? Put that in the comments. Because here's the truth. Your leadership center loves this pause. Your leadership center loves pause. What is the leadership center? Well, I'm glad you asked, Donna. Your prefrontal cortex is your leadership center. It's where you start thinking, you start being logistic, you start breaking down, and you start analyzing and assessing, if you will, bears. And I want you to know this. Is this good? Let me know that you're continue to hit the fires, hit the hearts. Let me know that we're here. Exchange it. I'm here gifting you this knowledge. Gift me back by showing the love. Gift me back by showing the love. Is that all right? Is that fair? Gift me back by showing the love. Because I'm here giving you all the notes and the knowledge that I've gained in the last 15 years. And it's only fair to gift it back to you. So I'm going to go ahead and let you know that constantly showing that love, it matters. It matters because it allows you to release what's in your hand and to be able to allow it to come back and command you tenfold. Let's go, somebody. You have to release what's in your hand first in order for it to manifest and attract back to your reality. Are you watching this? Are you following me? Are you following me? Let's go. So here's something fascinating. God designed your mind to think before reacting. God designed your mind to think before you act, Jeff. The part of your brain that helps you make wise decisions, solve problems, and lead well gets stronger every time. Listen to this. Bring it in. Every time you pause before responding. Some people might think you're slow, like she's slow, or then you're in the wrong proximity of folks. If they're not allowing you, Anna, your identity shift is going to expose that you don't have to answer every question quickly. You allow it to process. That's how your brain functions. Think about it like this. When you immediately react, you're letting your emotions drive the car. I told you already, we're moving from the bus to the jet plane. In order for us to move from from the bus to the jet plane, we no longer have to carry those heavy bags. We're carrying a weekender. We're carrying a lightweight weekender. I have a white one I'm carrying into the jet. And there's steps that need to be in order for you to arrive to your next destination. And how do you do so? You have to be able to know you're letting your emotions drive the car when you immediately react. We're not getting in this jet, letting our emotions drive the jet. Not in this season, not even the seasons to come. Come on, somebody. You must pause. It's so critical and vital that you pause. You're allowing wisdom to take the wheel. That's why it says the steps of the righteous man are ordered, Marky. So the question you want to ask yourself, who's ordering my steps? Why am I reacting versus pausing before I respond? Have you noticed some of your best decisions happen after you slept on it? Let me know by hitting the hearts. Let me know. Say yes, I agree. It's me, Ruth. Or I'm working on it. I'm working on it. If that's you, let me know. Or how is that working for you? Are you working on it? Or is that something that you still continue to master? That's not weakness when you say, let me sleep on it, or let me get back with you tomorrow. That's not showing weakness, friend. It's not. That's wisdom. That's wisdom, right? That is wisdom. So who here have ever made a decision quickly, then wish you had waited? I'm going to testify. I've been there, done that, Vince. Your mouth was like diarrhea that day. You decided to make a decision like, why did I said yes to that? Why did I jump into reaction mode versus reasoning with myself and sleeping on it or getting back the next day? Type yes. Type yes in the comments. Let me know. Type yes that you're here with me, because I'm here to tell you that I remember early in my career, right? Early in my career, someone questioned my ability during a meeting. You ever have those stand-up calls? You meet up just for about 15, 20 minutes. Have you done those before? Are you familiar, Paula? Everything inside of me, from everything is for whatever worth. I tried everything in my power to defend myself, to explain, Chad, to prove my experience, to make sure everyone knew what I brought to the table, Des. But instead, guess what? Isn't this is going to be so good. Instead, I listened. That's right. I listened. I stayed calm, right? I answered only what needed to be answered. Months later, y'all, the same leader came back and told me, I knew you were ready for leadership because you didn't react emotionally. How many of you all are saying, I'm ready to pivot into that senior VP role, to pivot into that senior director role, John, but you're not emotionally regulated just yet. Your identity has yet to reflect a person who may be able to pause versus reacting. Sometimes people aren't testing your intelligence. They're observing your emotional maturity, Avery. They want to check your pulse. Is she mature enough to be able to handle a complex project or being a leader with authority and be able to set high boundaries? Now here's a question. Who trusts someone more? The person constantly trying to convince you, or the person who speaks with calm confidence? Which one? The person constantly trying to convince you, trying to persuade you, girl, go ahead and leave that job, leave that workforce. You've been there for 10 years, and come with me down south. The person is maybe in New York and they want to have a different experience. Now they're trying to convince you, even, and then here you are. Or are you the person who speaks with calm confidence and say, I'm still going to research. I'm still going to go ahead and search the market down south in Florida and make a extreme decision like this. I have to pulse myself. I have to pause. I have to do my research, Chris. Exactly. So because confidence isn't hurried, many of us confuse confidence as being loud, as being someone that's rushed, that has an urgency. No, confidence doesn't have urgency. Confidence isn't defensive. As a matter of fact, I hear somebody saying, well, confidence, does it need the last word? Does it have to have the last word? No. The confidence does not need to have the last word, Ashley. Do you agree? Confidence trusts that truth doesn't need to be chased. No longer should you have to go chase and running for verification or to have somebody collect more information, Robert. Is this good? Is this helpful? Let me know if this is helpful because I'm almost done. And I want you to be able to know. Let's go ahead again. Let's raise up and let me know your heart is right there. I want to see your heart rate. I want to see you're pumping the blood flow. You're getting this. It's coming through. Say, I'm getting this, Ruth. It's coming through. It's coming through. I get it. Walk with me then to Ecclesiastes 3:7. Let's go there now because we're short with time and I want to make sure I fill you up. Let me fill your cup this morning. Say, I'm ready to get my cup overflowed. Ecclesiastes 3, verse 7. Let's see what our uncle King Solomon was addressing here. It begins to say, a time to rend and a time to sow, a time to keep silence, and a time to speak. What is he saying to here? What is he saying to us here? Notice what he's saying. Both require wisdom. A time to what? Keep silence and a time to speak. Both requires wisdom, not reaction, not emotional irregulation. This is the season I'm going to declare with you. If you're wanting to attract your promotion, if you're looking to attract your pivoting in those contract deals in your business, you have to notice when to speak, when to keep silence. Both requires what? Wisdom. So the question you want to ask yourself is, what wisdom am I investing in? Who am I under? What tutelage am I under? Who's teaching me? What model is in front of me on a day-to-day basis? Who am I connected with in my network that reflects value of confidence? Imagine you're already the vice president. I want to do this exercise with you because I believe your identity shift is going to thank you later when you have now addressed how to become or how to be the person that you desire in the now. You don't have to wait till you get your master's. You don't have to wait until you get your PhD or any degree for that matter. You can become her in the now. So go ahead and take about 60 seconds. It's going to be a very simple exercise. Okay, Mimi, Tanisha, I want you to do this. I want you to already imagine you already that vice president, that CEO. Just imagine for a moment. You already are in that position, in that role. Someone challenges your idea. Would you immediately defend yourself? Or would you ask, come with me, tell me more about your perspective, Emily? You see the difference? Identity changes communication. You don't have to react. Just shift how you communicate, shift how you respond. Reacting is not part of your DNA. It's not part of your demeanor. It's not part of your identity, that who you're becoming, who you're being. You're becoming her that knows how to pause after each sentence. And I know many of you all say, well, Ruth, what would life look like? Because I wasn't raised that way. I didn't have that model figure of a mother or a grandmother or a auntie or uncle or a grandfather or even a dad. Who would be the one modeling this for me? It's going to be hard over 40. It's going to be harder for me over 50. I'm going to tell you right now, it's lightweight for God. It's a lightweight. Say it's lightweight for you. You can be able to shift into who you're called to come into that boardroom, into that conference room, into that Zoom call or that Microsoft Teams when you're needing to position yourself and posture yourself, Randy, as that leader, that vice president. Your identity matters this season. I want to ask you a question. Finish this sentence for me. Right? I want you to finish this sentence. The future version of me would stop and then complete it at the end. What would it stop? What would it stop? Let me know in the comments. What would it stop? Right? The future version of me would stop. I can give you mine. The future version of me would stop chasing. The future version of me would stop dimming the light in my value. The future version of me will stop limiting my boundaries. Are you catching this? The future version of me will stop, and then put it in the comments. Share that with me. Let me know, Justin, and what would you be stopping? What would the future version of you no longer be operating in? What would the future version of you no longer see as a value? because it's not pivoting you. It's not helping you expand. Matter of fact, it's not helping you when you get on this jet plane to elevate to the next altitude. Are you with me? So silence create clarity. Just so you can write that down in your notes. Silence creates clarity, especially for those who are looking to shift their identity. You no longer want to operate in a identity that has a loud voice and no one's listening. That's why it's important that you regulate your emotions. Leaders know how to set boundaries. They know how to set high boundaries and they know how to keep them. Regardless, not to say you don't care about the other person's feelings, but you are here to protect you. You are here to show grace, mercy. You are here to allow grace to reveal itself through your boundaries, through setting high boundaries. So have you noticed when your schedule, have you noticed when you look at your calendar and your schedule fills up with a whole bunch of noise, your thoughts become noisy because you're looking at your calendar. You're like, how in the heck did I compact or put all this in my calendar for one day or perhaps that whole week? The same thing happens in conversations. Your constant talk, you're constantly talking leaves very little room to think. When you say something, pause, Brianna. Wait for the other person to respond. Many of us take the room or take the control the conversation and don't even invite the other person in to say, what are your thoughts? Is this clear enough for you, Clyde? Let me know by hitting the hearts. We're engaging today. We're showing up because how are you operating in your confidence today? How are you showing up when it's communication and you're finding yourself reacting versus responding? How is your response level? Do you emotionally regulate or do you find yourself your emotion is out of alignment because you immediately impulse, you immediately open your mouth and say, let me think about it. Instead of saying, let me think about it, you're immediately giving a response. And then you have to go back and clean up your senses and be like, you know what, my bad. I apologize. But the moment you pause, don't you find yourself less apologetic? The moment you say, let me think about it, because even though it rubbed you the wrong way, you didn't react, you paused and walked away. That saved you a lot of having to get some ibuprofen later because your body again is your GPS, precious. Your body is an indicator to let you know, hold up, it's in either fight or flight mode or is it in a rest and digest mode? So the question you want to ask yourself is who in my life is creating me to provoke and relinquish my superpowers to feeling like I'm in a fight or flight mode every time in my team or in my workplace or perhaps in my community. That bus stop, you can go ahead and get off that bus right now, Dean. We're getting on this jet plane. This jet plane is going to be peaceful because we're elevating, Kristen, in this season. But when you pause, I'm telling you, when you pause, something beautiful happens to your identity. You hear better, you think better, you even ask yourself the right questions. You begin to start asking questions to yourself. Am I right? You start to respond better when you pause. This is all about pausing. This is the day 12 of our 30-day identity shift challenge. You no longer have to sit here and react. Or this is about what ways to respond. What ways are you responding when somebody give you a knee-jerk type of answer? How are you responding? How does that make you feel? What ways are you reacting? Does that work for you when you constantly come out and you have to find yourself on a hundred at 100 when you could have just simply paused and made an about face and say, I'll get back with you at a later date. You lead better. Your team starts to value you more. And here's something interesting. When you create moments of calm, your mind often feels more settled and hopeful. How many of you do you find it to be difficult to create a calmness in your environment? Do you find it a hard time to even open up your mouth and say, let me think about it? Or Let me get back with you tomorrow. Is that difficult for many of you all? Go ahead and hit the hearts. Let me know. Let me know by hitting the hearts. Do you find it when you have a big frog in your throat? When a simple yes or a simple no, I need more time. Find it difficult to even say no? Hit the heart so I can know that you're here with me, you're tracking. It's one of the reasons prayer, reflection, and intentional pauses help you lead with greater confidence. It helps you lead. Are you catching this? So, silence isn't weakness. Many of y'all are, I don't want to play this Jedi game. It's not even a Jedi game. Silence is actually a way to go ahead and recalibrate, get yourself back in alignment, get your posture together. Silence is restraint. Silence is wisdom. Be what? Quick to listen, slow to speak in Proverbs. Silence says I don't need to win in every conversation. You have to know when to bow down gracefully and say, you know what? Thank you for letting me know how you feel. I I'm going to process this. I'm going to download everything I heard and I'll get back with you in the next couple of days, in the next day or two. Are you tracking with me? Because the goal here is I need to remain aligned. I need to remain centered. Same way in James 1:19, let every man be swift to hear, slow to speak, slow to wrath. Are you catching that? Because imagine what would happen? What would happen if we practice that every day? What would happen if you shift your perception on being the type of person that just be able to slow to speak and swift to hear? So you can slow wrath, slow with having this confrontation type of energy. I don't know. Some people just love to just walk in a room and just ready to rise it up, to just flare it up, flare up their arms and have a confrontation instead of having a healthy conversation. So today I want you to practice. Is this good? Is this resonating with you? Are you seeing why it is so imperative that your identity shift has to be aligned and centered in order for your confidence to be even heard? You could be silenced. Your confidence still could be heard while in silence mode. Your confidence does not to be entertained or to feel bothered. You can make an about face and understand that your confidence is not here on trial. You can bow down gracefully and know that my emotions, my way of my physicalness matters. And my confidence is going to radiate with me being in silence. So here's what we're going to do. Here's your homework assignment. Go ahead and grab your pen and notepad because we're wrapping up and my time is limited. Today, I want you to practice something. Before responding, Regina, pause for 5 seconds. Give yourself grace here. Pause for 5 seconds before saying yes. Here's what I would love for you to do. This is what you want to do. Tell me, is this what you want to do? Go ahead and put the hearts. Let me know in the comments that yes, I'm going to take 5 seconds to respond. Before saying yes, pause. Before defending yourself, pause. Before even reacting, pause. Journal this throughout the day. Journal it on your lunchtime or journal it, before you hit the pillow tonight. What changes because I chose wisdom over reactions? You need to ask yourself that question. What changed? What changed because did I choose wisdom or did I choose reactions? Give yourself grace. Come on into the room. This is all about your identity shift. In order for your confidence to speak for yourself, you don't have to allow your confidence to have a loud noise. A lot of people think that just because you're an influencers carry a loud character. No, you don't. You carry silence. You know when to pause. You know how to answer questions without reacting. So repeat after me as we wrap up. I want you to repeat this out loud. This is your declaration for today. Go back and hit the replay. And if you are catching up, you're like, Ruth, I missed day 1 through day 11. That's okay. Catch me up. Say, I'm ready to catch up. The link is in the bio. The link is in the bio. Thank you for coming in. Yes. I love that you all are understanding that this is the positioning on how you shift your identity. Repeat after me. I do not have to react. I choose wisdom. I choose peace. I choose discernment. I trust God's timing. I trust God's direction. I listen with intention. I speak with purpose. I lead with confidence. Ladies and gentlemen, beautiful people, tomorrow we're going to be talking about something that changes every room you walk into. I know you're going to be ready. Go ahead and hit the notification bar. Go ahead and like and follow if you find this to be very valuable. Because tomorrow we're going to talk about your presence. Speak before you do. Kitty, your presence carry weight in a room before you even come into the room, because before you even opened your mouth in the room, in other words. So until then, I just want you to remember, not every conversation requires more words. Sometimes the most powerful thing you can do or you can bring in a room is peace, is your presence. People just want to sit by you because of your presence, your aura. So I just want, before we leave and get back tomorrow, it's Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. EST. Put that in your notification, like and follow, so you can be notified, be one of the first to be in the room. Grab your pen and notepad. Is this good? Have you gotten your cup filled this morning? Because I'm all about filling your cup, because it's your cup running over season. It's your cup running over season, Ithia. Remember this, and remember this to be true. You're always forever guided by light. You're always forever guided by light. And I love you. And most importantly, God loves you. Until next time, friends.